Yes, yes. All right. We are live on YouTube. How's everybody doing today? It is nowhere nearly as windy as it's been. Still a little bit windy, but the wind is getting calmer and calmer each and every day. But it is a little overcast here today in beautiful Redwood City, California. I don't think it's going to rain on me, but hey, we're prepared if it does. It's all good. It's all good. We're going to wait for some people to show up. I want to, first of all, let everybody know, if you didn't see my community posting earlier, I promoted a secondary channel manager to manage my channel, or actually both of my channels, earlier today, because when I'm out doing Walking with Purpose streams, I'm not able to manage certain aspects. So not going to mention who it is, but congratulations to you and my lady now have access to take care of certain things I can't when I'm on mobile. And, my lady's working at times, she can't always be tuned in. So, we've got we've got a backup. Yeah. I feel incredible today. And, there are a lot of great things I want to talk about regarding this show. And, reach out to more people that I've been connected with in the past and welcome them back into Coach Eli's world, and hopefully they can welcome me back into their world. That would be a really nice thing. Good afternoon, Eli and everyone. Hey, Lewis, how you doing, bro? Welcome to the show. Hey, California Ford Outdoors, how you doing? Well, I will say this. I made a posting in the chat. I made a comment in the chat from my YouTube premium account, the Elias Melas Coach Eli channel. This is the Coach Eli Elias Melas channel, my main channel. But I got several backups, and all in good standing, obviously. No copyright issues, no community guideline issues. And on my main channel, never had any monetization issues or anything like that. And I made a comment in there because I just wanted to pay a special tribute to a very special lady out there, the very special lady. Everyone out here knows her as Coach Eli's special lady. It's really sad we have to refer to our women out here on YouTube as a special lady because, if we put their information out there, some very, very nasty and crazy, psychologically messed up people, will, hunt her down and her family down and anyone associated with her down and keep on harassing her and anyone she knows until she leaves me, right? That's what these people want to do because, they're just psychologically effed up, right? So I wanted to, give her a special rendition that I have already done her in person. And I wrote in the chat, well, I've been known to tie one on and honky-tonk till 3:30. Now, give me a second. There are some people coming on the trail, so I don't want them to think I'm nuts. So give me just a second here, folks. We will start it again. Hey, J-Rom, how you doing, bro? Well, I've been known to tie one on and honky-tonk till 3:30. But the party don't get started till my baby pours her love on me. 'Cause she's 100 proof. Lord, she's smooth. She makes me moan all night long. So I don't need the booze to get a buzz on. That's right. I don't need the booze to get a buzz on because I'm secure within myself. When you're secure within yourself and you love who you are, you don't need the booze to get a buzz on. Furthermore, I've tried it all from Tennessee whiskey to Ozark Mountain Moonshine. Now, somebody can tell me what the hell is Ozark Mountain Moonshine? I've never heard of it. My lady's never heard of it. Like, I know what moonshine is. That shit will mess you up real quick. I'm sure J-Rom can tell us what Ozark Mountain Moonshine is. Or was that a made-up, drink for the song? I've tried it all from Tennessee whiskey to Ozark Mountain Moonshine. But you know what? But it's her sweet love that packs the punch and keeps me higher than the Georgia pine. Higher than the Georgia pine, baby. I'm too far away from Atlanta, Georgia. Well, Georgia, the entire state, but Atlanta, the big major city there, right? The Braves and all that shit, right? The Tomahawk, whoa, right? Furthermore, my Southern comfort don't come in a bottle. I get a double shot of love homegrown. So I don't need the booze to get a buzz on. Yeah, my little country girl makes my head whirl and my knees begin to shake. Right. I can't walk no chalk line. I ain't talking or thinking straight. That's right. So secure deep within. Yeah, I'm hooked on my baby's love. There ain't nothing in a jug this strong. There ain't nothing in a jug as strong as my baby's love, right? So I don't need the booze to get a buzz on. Right. You feel me? Do you feel me on that? I'm here, bro, about to eat, so listen, says J-Rom. Yeah. Got a lot to talk about here today. But the primary focus of this show is to come out and say that I'm really proud of the many people that have removed themselves from drama. And what's next, right? I'm really proud of the people out here on YouTube lately, recently, however you want to say it, that have removed themselves from drama, right? And many of those people that are now over here and collaborating with myself and other great people I was connected with, were once a part of that drama, right? And they realized it wasn't worth it. And they realized what was really going on, right? And they realized that there's no upside to it, right? I'm really proud of many people that are seeing the light. Because despite what my numbers show here on my channel, despite how slow this channel is growing or other things that have affected its growth, I know deep within myself, I know what I'm doing is getting through to people. Slowly but surely, it's getting through to people. And I say this in the most humble ways possible. I'm a man full of humility. I love helping people turn their lives around. I love helping people see the light and realizing that they're worth it. You're all worth it. Even those of you that don't love me and you make fun of me watching me elsewhere. Okay? Even you folks are worth it. You're worth so much more than this. And quite frankly, I feel really bad for those of you that are in that state of mind where you feel the need to go elsewhere and poke fun at live streams that have nothing to even do with you, right? That you'll drop everything in the middle of the day to do so. I'm actually not mad. I actually feel for you. I feel for you because you have so much free time on your hands and you don't know what to do with yourself, right? Right? You're so miserable and unhappy. And I don't want you to be miserable and unhappy. I want even you folks to have what you want and have happiness in your life. But do you think that what you're currently doing is going to bring you that happiness? Right? Or is it temporarily putting a Band-Aid on the situation? And once Coach Eli goes off the air, then you got to figure out what to do with the rest of your day, right? Being all alone, dwelling in your own misery, right? I feel for you folks too. I do. There are a lot of great things that are going to be coming soon to the Coach Eli television network. Not only on YouTube, on my main channel here, Coach Eli, Elias Melas, but also my secondary channel that I'm starting to create more content on regularly, Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams. Please, if you haven't already subscribed to Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams, Nightbot's sharing the link every 7 minutes or so. I believe the link's also below in the description. Or just go to the YouTube search and type in Coach Eli 2 and you'll see it there. Just you may have to scroll down a little bit, but it should be towards the top. Subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications. So that way you know when I go live from there. Because eventually, these Walking with Purpose streams are going to move over to Coach Eli 2. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, and after a few weeks when they flip the switch to give me the full-blown, unrestricted version of mobile live streaming from the YouTube app like I have on this main channel and have had here for a while. I'm just waiting for that to happen. That will happen sooner than you think. That channel is growing and will continue to grow, and a lot more content is coming to it. Pretty much, I'd say about 90+% of my future live streaming content from the studio will be there. And in the future, well, with the exception of these streams until I qualify for the full-blown version of the YouTube live streaming service on the other channel. But once that happens, like I said, this will make more sense here. These Walking with Purpose streams and my in-studio streams, all the Walking with Purpose streams will go there, and about 90% of the in-studio streams will go on Coach Eli 2. I may do an occasional live on my main channel, but where I want to go with my main channel is some more professional content. I want to interview professional people on there where there's no focus of any type of drama or anything. I understand that, no matter how drama-free you want to be, there's always going to be a little bit of drama, unfortunately, that everyone's going to be involved with, whether they like it or not. But I pretty much want to minimize or completely eliminate that as much as possible from this channel here. And any type of stuff that involves a little drama or a little more than the normal amount of drama will go to Coach Eli too. Plus, separating the live streams and the pre-recorded videos will give the pre-recorded videos a better shot of ranking in search and discovery on YouTube and getting recommended, etc. That's where my focus is at. 14 in the box, 7 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. There are some things that I'm going to share here today that may surprise many of you. And I did have a phone conversation briefly with my lady before I went live, and I didn't even tell her this because I hadn't even thought about it yet, but I was contemplating it, but I hadn't decided. So unless I'm absolutely sure that I'm doing something, I won't tell my lady. And sometimes even things to her are a surprise. But I'm going to be sharing something here in a little bit that will probably surprise all of you. And I've really been trying to take the high road. I've always tried to take the high road in life. But sometimes it's not the easiest thing to do. Yeah, it's a little chilly. It's about 55 degrees, so I'm wearing my new spider gloves that I got a little over a month ago. You like the spider gloves, baby? These work a lot better than the other ones I used to have, and they're much better quality. See? And they're keeping my hands nice and warm because yesterday it was really windy and my hands got really cold holding the selfie stick and keeping them out of my pockets. And today, even though it's not as windy, you can tell the sound's a lot better. How's the sound today? Is the sound and video pretty good? Even though it's not as windy, the wind is very, very light, probably about 5 miles an hour or so. It's still chilly. So yeah, in a little bit, I'm going to throw something out there that most of you would never expect me to throw out there. And to be quite frank, if I had to guess, I don't think it's going to make a difference, but I'll put it out there anyway, because that's the kind of guy that I am. I've always been the kind of guy that has a forgiving heart and a forgiving nature. And I don't give up on people. Especially people that I feel actually truly need help and support. Regardless of what they say or how they come off. So, let's see. This is episode number 270. Yesterday I did episode number 270, but I set it to private. And I set it to private because, let me just talk about this briefly. I myself even have my moments. I wouldn't say I got super triggered or anything. Maybe I got a little bit triggered. I'm not going to lie. But it wasn't even the fact of getting triggered. I was standing up for myself. And, another content creator, we'll just say it because I'm going to mention a few people here today that you folks aren't expecting me to mention because I want to mention this in good faith. Okay? It was the PM's, Real Talk channel. He's been continuing to simulcast me, and it really started to actually affect my channel, because even people that are loyal to me, and I don't expect loyalty, but there are people that are loyal to myself and they're YouTubers, but I don't force loyalty. Even people that are loyal to me are going over there to see what's happening. And that's the thing. And then when you see that, somebody that's rebroadcasting you is getting twice the live viewers you are, it's not even really worth running a show. It's not worth it to run a show when you've got, even 3 times as many viewers. When you have like 2 or 3 people here and he has 17 in there, I mean, what am I going to get out of it, right? I'm not here to entertain a group of, drama, miserable, insecure people that, are not into my content for the right reason. I'll just shut the show down, right? And yeah, I shared how I was feeling. I feel I had the right to do it. And guess, is it considered feeding in? Sure, maybe a little bit, but you know what? It's what I felt like doing. But I did not let it affect the rest of my day. I did what I had to do, and I had a plan. Right? I had a plan. I ended up doing my live stream last night from the Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams channel. And I had a feeling that good old Paul was going to simulcast me again, right? I had a feeling he was going to simulcast me again. And I had I had a secondary channel manager already at that point, and they could have helped me take that down. But basically, there's a reason why I'm talking about this, Jeremy. I don't know. I'll see what you're writing in a second, but this is going to be good, man. This is going to be a really, really good thing. So, trust me on this. Have a little faith. I know how you're feeling, and I'll read what you're saying in a second. But yeah, he ended up going live. It was real simple. Once he went live, got the link very quick. Hit one button. When you fill out the DMCA copyright takedown forms now from YouTube Studio, it's great. You go to the copyright match tool, you go to, removal requests, and then you can click on the top right, submit a manual takedown. How you doing? So submit a manual takedown, and then it pre-fills pretty much all your information from the past, and all you have to do is put in the video links pretty much, and then sign it, check a few boxes, and then hit submit, right? And literally 9 minutes later, YouTube terminated the stream. And see, I'm a fair guy, and I try to give people fair warning to do the right thing, right? I try to give people fair warning to do the right thing, right? And I've been scrutinized for that, and I get it, rightfully so. Keeping it quiet is the best thing to do. But it's not my nature to want to take anyone down. My nature is to give people a chance, right? To forewarn them that, hey, if you keep doing this, I will take you down. All you have to do is stop, and that rectifies the problem without me having to take you down, right? Right? Now, here's the thing. When you take down a live stream while it's happening, if you file a copyright on another creator that's rebroadcasting your content, if you submit that while they're still live on the air and the copyright goes down or goes through and the channel, the stream gets taken down in the middle of the stream, that channel will have their streaming privileges disabled for 7 days. YouTube has turned it around to the point of where it's a little more fair than it used to be. But back in the days, it used to be that any live stream or live stream replay that gets taken down for copyright, you wouldn't be able to stream on that channel for 90 days. Now, they will only take you down for 1 week, 7 days, and only if you take down that channel while they're broadcasting live. If they keep the replay up and you take it down, they will not get that live streaming restriction. I'm an honest person. I know the YouTube rules. And again, just want to be transparent, want to be upfront, right? The high road is not always the best road to take. Sometimes you got to take the muddy path. Yeah, and you're right. Late had some things to do. Hey, welcome, Midnight Raven. How are you doing? Lewis Fuller says people are just plain stupid trying to hurt other people. All right. Folks, please smash the thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select on notifications. Also subscribe to Coach Eli 2. Uncensored live streams. Nightbot sharing the link every 7 minutes. Thank you, Lewis. I appreciate it, man. So, you know, PM's Real Talk gets taken down for copyright, can't stream for 7 days. And then today, he sets up a stream on PM's 2, right? And I went in the chat there before the show went live. I said, dude, I got 2 channel managers ready to take your active live stream down, and you'll be down for 7 days in this channel too. I mean, and you know what he said? He goes, are you going to meet me on the Lycan Legion channel to debate me on Friday night? And all I said was, he goes, I'll stop the stream. I won't do the stream if you meet me there. And all I said was, hey, run your stream. You run your stream, we'll just take you down. And another channel will go down. Right? I said, fair warning. I don't know how much nicer I can be. And I get it. See, Jerome, here's the thing. I may take the high road, I do. But if I give someone their shirt off my back and I give them the high road, I take the high road with them and they still do things, then they go down. Then there's no reason for them to get mad at me because they had a fair warning, J-Rom. Right? And again, quite frankly, I don't want to harm anyone. I don't want to take anyone's channels down, but you know, when it's affecting what I'm doing, I got to do what I got to do, right? I got to do what I got to do. And here's the thing. I can understand if I'm talking about certain people to a certain extent, I can understand if they do a reaction video and play small clips. But if they rebroadcast the entire stream and say it's fair use, that's not fair use. It's not. And furthermore, let me see. Hey, Ninja. The video PM made directed towards you yesterday sounded so flamboyant. Probably, hey, Rosie Wren, how you doing? Hope you're all doing well. I hope you're doing well, Rosie. I know you lost your grandmother recently, and I know it's still difficult. Again, my condolences to you and your family. You know, God bless you all. Thank you for being here. And Rosie, we'll talk behind the scenes, and I'll reconsider making you a moderator here. You've been very patient, and you've been decent. And like I tell my lady, I reward women for good behavior, right? You know you ladies are emotional beings, right? Lots of love. Lots of brotherly and sisterly love, to be very clear with you, Rosie, so we don't have a misunderstanding, right? I got a wonderful woman, and she's more than enough for me, I'll tell you that. But it's all good, right? It's all good in the hood. So basically, this leads to the point of where, um, you know, PM, aka Paul, I made him an offer yesterday on that stream that's private. I made him an offer, said, hey, I'd be willing to have a civil conversation with you. I won't get triggered on Coach J-Rom's channel. Don't want to do it on my channel. Don't want to do it on your channel. We'll do it on a neutral channel with someone that I feel will be fair to the both of us. And someone that I feel also deserves to get that traction on that event, because he's really gone to bat for me and he's really been supportive, and I haven't asked him for anything. And that's why I thought of Coach J-Rom to host that. And I don't think he would have had a problem hosting it. I don't think he would have had a problem hosting it at all. Right? But Paul was saying that let's go ahead and let's just do it over on the Lycan Legion channel, right? Oh yeah, the Lycan Legion, right? Because you're not a man that stands on your own, Paul. You've got to, stand behind the power of the Lycan Legion, right? Which, quite frankly, has become rather powerless. But we'll hold off on that for a bit. It's all good. Of course, it's not our nature, but you've been warning them for years. I think they've been well warned. And see, J-Rom, here's the thing. The one thing I won't put out publicly, J-Rom, is what you and I talk about behind the scenes, because this is what I want you to know about me, J-Rom, and maybe you're beginning to see this now. What's meant to stay private with me will always stay private. And let me tell you, there are some things that other people in my life have told me that are extremely private. Things that are completely against what I believe in, right? And makes me feel like kicking some ass. But even to those people, they have my word that I'll never say anything. My word is my bond. I've got to use the restroom. I'll be back in a minute. And I'm going to share with you folks what I've decided to do. And you folks are going to be surprised. And hey, I don't expect anything. And more than likely nothing will happen, but I'll throw it out there. I've done it before in the past. I'll throw it out there again. There's a lot more than anything. So stick around. I got to use the restroom. I got to be compliant with community guidelines and monetization policies and all that. I don't want people watching me go, because I would get my... All right. We are back live. Yeah, good old Paul is rolling the dice, hoping that the DMCA that's already been filed doesn't take down his stream before it ends. Right? Giving you fair warning, Paul. This is what you don't get. You think I'm full of shit. I'm not triggered, dude. I'm just saying, if you want another channel to go down for 7 days where you can't stream, that's great, Paul. And here's the thing. Let me also share something with you here, Paul. Even if you're thinking of filing a counter notification, Paul, because what you're doing is not fair use, just know once I get that counter notification, I will report to YouTube both of your channels as hate channels on me and reused content, which the primary focus of your channel is reusing my content, and that will get your channels, all of them, terminated instantly. So, Paul, here's the thing. Do what you got to do, Paul. Just know that I ain't messing around. I'm giving you fair warning to move on and keep your channels and do something else. Hey, have fun with the Legion and do whatever you got to do. But, Paul, if you're going to keep messing with myself and my livelihood, I mean, there's going to be a price to pay, and it's going to cost you your channels, Paul. That's all I'm saying. Roll the dice, bro. It's all good. But anyway, I've got more to talk about. I've got a lot more to talk about here. So, here's the thing. So, instead of Paul wanting to have a nice civil conversation, which I thought we had hashed this out years ago, I apologized to Paul many times regarding what I said about him and, relapsing back into his drug abuse. See, the reason why I said that initially, Paul, is because your behavior is erratic. And your behavior is going to make anyone lead to believe that you have relapsed. Moderators, any Arnie Zanzibar accounts, can you just ban them? He's bypassing my spam filter because he can't use his regular account. So can you please ban any Arnie Zanzibar accounts automatically? I'd appreciate that. How long is it going to take the mods to respond to a simple request? There's low latency on these streams. It's like a 3-second delay from what I say. I'm going to wait to see how long it takes for one of my mods to ban them. Well, you may be right about that, Arnie, but you know what? You're a troll, man, and you've come in here on multiple sock accounts trolling on behalf of the other side, and we're not interested. Thank you, Midnight Raven. Can you please continue to moderate that anytime you see an Arnie Zanzibar? Raven, anytime you see anything you think is trollish, just get rid of them. I do trust you, Raven. I've never had an issue with you, period. I know you've always been a good person. You guys don't have mod wrenches here just to look pretty. Here's another thing. You go to these other channels and everybody has a mod wrench. So no one can mod anybody besides the channel owner. Like, if everyone is a moderator on your channel, you can't moderate anybody. It's like a glorified, wrench. You devalue the moderator status. Moderator status has to be earned, and you need to be a trusted person that earns my trust to get that. That's how all channel owners should look at it, right? Will do. Thank you, Coach J-Rom. The lady in the house took care of it. She beat you to it. Raven was saying, hey, I have equal rights. I can use the wrench now too, J-Rom. I got this. I'm just making fun, Raven. I think you know I'm just being funny. I'm not trying to criticize equal rights or anything, but you got this. I know you do. So Paul wants to have a civil, he says a civil conversation, right? I don't think anything would go civil with him. There have been many chances I've given the guy to, make amends. I've apologized many times, but then he continues to, do these simulcasts and, he does other stupid things. So when he does other stupid things and behaves erratically, it leads me to believe that he has relapsed. Now, I'm not saying that I don't know whether you've relapsed or not, Paul. But if you behave erratically, people are going to make fun of you, Paul. They're going to tease you like you guys try to tease me, right? What goes around comes around, Paul. So, Paul, if you don't want people to tease you about your past that you claim to have worked through, then don't give them a reason to, Paul. Because if you give us a reason to, where are people going to go first? Right? And I think it's also a validation-seeking thing for you, Paul. because you've tried to create other content, and the only time you get 10 or 15 people in your box is when you're talking drama about me or drama in general. But you get the most traffic when you talk about me, right? So here's the thing. You want me to go onto the Like and Legion channel on Friday? I'm not going to do that. My offer stands to go on J-Rom's channel, if he's even open to doing it, and having a civil conversation. You, J-Rom, and myself. Like three grown-ass men. Having a mature conversation about this, Paul. That's my offer to you. That's a fair offer. Right? It's a fair offer. I like not being a moderator. I'm not very fast with the wrench. Listen, get rid of that account that says, I already know we're being simulcasted, and we've already filed the copyright takedown notice. It's up to YouTube whether they get to it before the stream ends or not. And if Paul wants to roll the dice, that's on him. Here's the thing. Paul. Paul, if we don't get you now, we'll get you next time. We'll get you in the future, Paul. Karma has no deadline. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried if he gets away with this, because eventually it's going to catch up to him, right? And what Paul doesn't realize is karma's not done yet, Paul. Let's just put it to you that way, Paul. You're not going to outsmart me, brother. I'm sorry to say so. Not a big deal. Yep, that is true. Hey, ODN, if you're around tomorrow, let's talk, bro. I wouldn't have a problem remoderating you as well. Now, here's the thing. I want to make this very, very clear. I will never be pinned and pitted against anyone. Okay, if I'm friends with certain people that you don't want to be friends with, and you hold that against me, then we can't be friends. But if you can understand that, I may have some people you're not too fond of, I'm not going to let that affect our friendship. I'm not going to let that affect, us from working on things together. I can separate the two, right? No problem. But I will not be pinned and pitted against anyone ever again. And that's what a lot of people do on YouTube to stir up fake instigated drama. It's stupid, right? Rise above all that, right? Give me a second here. All right. So, Coach J-Rom, are you open to hosting that on Friday evening or so, if Paul agrees to it? And here's the thing, Paul. It's going to be a respectful conversation. There's going to be no yelling. And Paul, here's the thing. You're not going to discuss anything regarding the past, because I'm not going to talk about it. You have one issue with me. And your one issue with me, Paul, is the fact that you think I haven't apologized for saying you relapsed regarding your drug usage in the past. And I have. And I could do it again on that stream, Paul. But what else are we going to talk about? That's going to take literally 2 seconds, Paul. What else are we going to talk about that doesn't involve you trying to white knight for Like and Legion himself and other people, and try to come at me for other supposed things you think I've done to other people that I haven't, Paul? So what else are you going to come at me with, Paul, that doesn't involve or that involves you? What else are you going to come at me with, Paul, that involves you? Because there is nothing else, because I've ignored you, because Paul, honestly, I'm not trying to be rude to you, but the bottom line is that you're just not a good collaborator for me. And I realize that I let you go and I've ignored you all this time. So there's nothing else besides that. And see, Paul, you're looking to fit in with some group that will accept you, Paul. So you're trying to stir up things that don't even involve you, Paul. That's even more pathetic, right? Right? I'm being honest about that, right? But hang around, folks, because I'll make an offer to all these people that no one could have ever imagined, right? My chat seems to be running smoothly today. I'm gonna go off the air. All right, we're back live. My woman sent me a message 45 minutes ago. I guess we've been on. Yeah, we've been on for 46 minutes minus a couple of minutes for the break, probably 44 to 45 minutes. She said, I feel you. I feel you too, baby, even though you're not here. I feel your presence. Thank you so much. Feel free to, send me anything you want me to talk about or give my feedback on in a text. And every time I reset the stream to check out the chat, I will look and see if you've sent me that text. Coach J-Rom says, I'll be home, so yeah, I'll be glad to host a 1 or 2 hour discussion. Yeah, and here's the thing, J-Rom. It's not going to take that long. I don't know what Paul's expecting. I mean, I don't have a problem apologizing to him again. Hey, Paul, I'm sorry again, dude. And I'll do it on J-Rom's stream. That's going to literally take 2 seconds, man. Literally take 2 seconds. What else? What else do you want to do for another hour or two, Paul? Come at me regarding things that don't involve you, Paul? And white knight for other men and women that you feel I've wronged? Paul? Are you a white knight, Paul? Especially a white knight for other men? Other men can handle their own, Paul. Come on, man. This is the most attention, Paul, you will ever get from anyone out here on YouTube. And I'm only mentioning this because I'm going to put it out there. I have an offer to put out there to a few people because I'd like to, hopefully maybe reconcile with some people here. And whether we work together in the future or not, at least reconcile our past differences and just either move on or learn how to occasionally work together with each other, right? Right? So stick around for that. YouTube's copyright department must be backed up today. That's all right. I don't know what it could help. He's gonna be so drunk that he'll forget he was there. Yeah, let me hold on to that thought, Jera. Rosie Wren, the queen of YouTube. Eli, you inspire me to keep riding my bicycle daily. That's one reason I keep trouble off my streams. Well, that's a good thing, Rosie. One thing I'm really big on, and same with Coach J-Rom, is exercise and fitness and staying healthy and fit. So I'm really glad. That you feel that way. And all these grown-ass men are creating stock accounts thinking that they're going to trigger me, right? I don't really care how many people Paul has there. The point of the matter is Paul's not going to have any channels on YouTube soon. Mark my words. Trust me on that. Okay? Just because he gets away with doing this stream here doesn't mean he'll get away with the next one or the one after, right? He's rolling the dice. He doesn't care if this channel gets shut down. But he's going to end up carrying when YouTube bans his IP address, and then he can't get on YouTube anymore, right? Arnie, you know what? I'll address you professionally, dude. How old are you, bro? Seriously, how old are you? What are you, in your 30s or 40s or 50s? Are you that miserable and pathetic? Stuck in some basement? On a computer because you have no life? Maybe, and with no disrespect, maybe you're on disability. And I'm not trying to criticize you for that. But maybe you feel so low about yourself that you got to keep on creating hundreds of accounts. And coming in here thinking that you're going to trigger me. Arnie, you're not. You're worthless to me, bro. And to the rest of the people here, right? I'm stating this because I am a coach, and I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. And I'm going to make you folks look like such fools. And even though you may keep coming and keep doing this stuff, right? Hey, if I acknowledge it every now and then and point it out and make you look like fools, and deep within, you know it's triggering you, bro. You know the fact that you can't get to me, Arnie, is triggering you, right? And same with Paul, and same with everyone else, right? You're not going to get to me. And anyone that's involved with me, you're not going to get to them, right? And eventually people are going to get tired of the same stupid shit. Tired of it, right? Are you like an incel, Arnie? Involuntary celibate? Like, can't you just find some women to hang out with and have fun time instead of creating multiple fake accounts on YouTube? Arnie Zanzibar, right? Yeah, I blocked you on Nightbot, bro. So you had to change your name to bypass my Nightbot block. You see, you go through such great lengths to bypass all my blocks because you're so desperate. You're so desperate to try to pull one on me, right? Oh, wow, bro. You got a lot of time on your hands, huh, brother? I bet your hands get tired from doing other things, Arnie, too, right? That you wish you had someone else doing for you, right, brother? It's just so surreal. It's laughable, it's surreal, it's just ridiculous, right? Lewis Fuller, these people don't know how to grow up and be adults instead of 2-year-olds. Yep. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true, Lewis. That's absolutely true. Anyway, so here's my thing, Paul. I'll tell you what, Paul. You come on to J-Rom's channel on Friday night, and we could bring Jamie on too. And let's have a nice discussion and settle our differences. And either move on once and for all and leave on a happy note, or maybe even talk about future collaboration if we can work something out and put our differences to rest, right? There you go. There's one of the things. There's one aspect right there that I'd love to rectify. The last person on the face of this planet, the man that's probably sucked more money out of my pocketbook the last several years, and he knows it, I'm willing to settle our differences. We don't have to be friends. We don't have to even work together. Just settle our differences. But hey, maybe if there are some things we can work together on, I'd be open to that if we can settle our differences, James. Because here's the thing, James. Here's the thing. Whether you want to admit this or not, everything I've said over the last several years is finally happening. You're losing a lot of support, and you have to constantly rebuild, and you're rebuilding again, right? And you've lost a lot of your biggest supporters. One of them here on my channel now, by his choice. I didn't force him to come here. I didn't force anything. These people are coming here because they're beginning to realize what really happened. But I'm willing to put that aside, right? I'm willing to forget about the past. I'm willing to forget about every single little thing, right, that you know you've done, and I'm not going to go through it. I'm willing to settle our differences and move on peacefully, or settle our differences and maybe work on some things together, because you could create some good content. You could if you wanted to. I'm trying to be the bigger person here. Now, I doubt that's going to go through, because I know how these people are. They have an incredible amount of hatred towards me, which is comparable to the hatred they would have for 10 other people combined. Like, that's how much these people hate me for some reason. The real reason is they're not happy within themselves. We don't have to get into that, right? Give me a second here. I'm going to reset the chat. I'll be right back. Right. So that's the one thing right there. Do I think he's going to do it? Probably not, but hey, I've been more surprised in my life in the past, so you never know. You never know. I'm not going to say I have a lot of faith in him doing it, but hey, it doesn't hurt to try, right? Doesn't hurt to try. And again, I know there are a lot of people that may not like this decision, right? But here's the thing. I answer to no one but myself. And you know what? I can be friends with everyone if I want to. And if you folks choose to not be friends with certain people that I want to be friends with, then you got to act like grown adults and just work around that, right? Grow the fuck up. Seriously. This isn't fucking kindergarten, right? So that's the first thing, right? So, Coach J-Rom channel, Friday night, maybe like 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, for a couple hours. We have J-Rom, myself, Like in Theory, Like in Legion, whatever you want to call him, Jamie, and PM's Real Talk. And I'll tell you what, Paul. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Paul. I'll even do one better for you, Paul. You come on that show with Jamie and we settle the differences, and I'll retract that copyright strike, Paul. And if you try to play me, Paul, and you do it again, I'll just flag you again. So, Paul, I'm trying to be a good guy here, Paul. I'm trying to make you an offer, Paul, you can't refuse. You'd be stupid to refuse that, Paul. So Friday night, Coach J-Rob's channel, you, Paul, James, Like a Legion, myself, and Coach J-Rob, we have a civil discussion to squash this once and for all and move forward in one of two ways. Move forward, we part ways and never speak again, and we just move on. Or we squash the beef and we find ways where maybe occasionally we can work on some stuff together. Zanzibar, you're not going to trigger me no matter what you say. Zanzibar or anyone else, I don't care what money Paul makes or how much somebody pays him to keep up the fake instigated drama. It's going to cost him his channels, Zanzibar. I don't care. I'm not triggered, bro. Because if it doesn't happen on this stream, I'm sure it'll happen sooner than you think. And trust me, I know how to talk to YouTube, how to contact them. And guess what? His channel, all his channels will be gone soon. Terminated for a terms of service violation. I'm not worried about it. You want to get your rocks off like a little kid, Zanzibar, and come in here and do that, then hey, whatever, keeps your mind off of your pathetic, miserable life, Zanzibar. You know what, J-Rom, Coach J-Rom? I'm actually getting a good... J-Rom, tell me you're getting a good laugh out of this. Coach J-Rom, at least tell me you're getting a good laugh out of this. Because it is pretty freaking funny, bro. It's hilarious, man. You know, J-Rom and I talk behind the scenes. This I can't say. Other things, whatever's meant to be private is private. But, you know, even J-Rom's like, what's happened to men nowadays, right? I agree, dude. What's happened to men? They become YouTube trolls. Instead of working through their, unresolved, traumatic issues, they become YouTube trolls. On their tombstone, it's going to say most noted for being a YouTube troll with the YouTube emblem on it, right? Or the YouTube logo, right? The play button's going to go on their tombstone, right? And then they're going to have the one of the green troll characters from the movie Trolls, right? Gotta pay for dinner, be right back. Well, cool, bro. No worries. Take your time, man. I hope Anna's getting a kick out of this. Anna, Anna, you're not banned here. I think I may have even moderated your channel here, Anna. You can come in too. If you're not moderated, I'll moderate you, Anna. When I get to my laptop later today. I don't moderate anyone from the chat because I can't verify here. My mods can verify, but I can't verify through the YouTube app when I'm broadcasting live. Hey, Seafood Smo, how you doing, bro? How you doing, Dion? Dion, let me ask you this. If I do a show tonight on Coach Eli 2, would you be around later? Like, are you spending the night with your woman, or are you just going out to dinner? Maybe we could do the show at around 11 Eastern or 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. And you may be done by then. And maybe you and J-Rom, if you guys want to pop on for like 45 minutes to an hour, we don't have to do a lengthy show, but at least kind of give people a feel of how our future panels are going to be like. I would love to do that. You missed a whole lot, bro. You can go back and check out the replay. We've got 20 people here, 21 people. Well, maybe the stream went down. Okay, well, I did warn the guy. So, hey, it is what it is. That would be just amazing. If it just went down again, that means 2 channels that can't stream. He can't stream on them for 24 hours. Oh, sorry, for 1 week. Oh, by the way, hey, hey, Paul. Let me actually remind you of a rule on YouTube that's enforced if it's reported. You can ask your buddy James about this. He was talking about it a few days ago. Okay? If you have a live streaming restriction on one channel, you cannot stream on another channel. So, see, Paul, all I have to do is get in touch with Team YouTube on Twitter, or through one of the many ways I can email them, right? And say, yeah, this channel here, same guy, you can see him here, is live streaming on a secondary channel, and this is his main channel that just got a live streaming restriction for 7 days. And then, poof, Paul, both channels, terms of service violation, Paul, you're erased from existence, Paul. Like, Paul, see, if you want to play the game that way, Paul, then, hey, I'll play the game too, Paul. All's fair in love and war, right, Paul? Can you keep up with me in a conversation, Paul? Can you be coherent, Paul? I'll say it again. Just, we're going to have a little fun at your expense now, Paul, because I just feel like it, right? Maybe entertain the audience a little bit. See, Paul, you know what happens? You know what happens when you mess with the bull, Paul? When you mess with the bull, you get the motherfucking horns, Paul. That's what happens. When you mess with the bull, you will get the horns, right? I need to repost that on my community tab again. I love that picture. I got to dig it out of the archive, right? Or the archives, plural, right? Because I got a pretty huge archive, right? And also, Paul, karma has no deadline, right? Karma truly, truly, truly has no deadline, right? Now, folks, there's a couple more people here that I want to try to make some peace with, right? A couple more people here I want to mention here. And I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I really needed to see what was going on, because you can never be sure which direction people are headed until they're consistent for a while on the right side of things. Let's just say it that way. Remember, there's a 3-hour time difference on the East Coast, so it may work out. I got to reset the chat because I'm stuck here. I'll be right back. All right, we're back live. We are back live. My lady must be busy at work. She hasn't sent me any text messages. No worries. No worries. It's all good. That's why I have the backup channel manager. That is more readily available. Let's just put it that way. Let's see. Remember, there's a 3-hour time difference on the East Coast, so it may work out. Yeah, no, I get that. Sifu Smile. Eli, I honestly think, and I'm not joking around about this, I think Paul may have some feelings for you. He's obsessed with you. He lives for your attention like he's a leech. I mean, Dion, you want to know something, brother? You said that as professionally as you could, bro. I probably wouldn't have said it as nice as you just said it, bro, but I know you're trying to be respectful. But I got to tell you, Dion, the way you wrote that out makes me freaking laugh, bro. And it's totally YouTube compliant, right? There's no, that is the most vanilla way you could have said that, Dion. And I think you did that intentionally, which is going to trigger him more. But it gives me a good laugh at the same time, bro. Well, not just him, too, bro. Like, you did that video on JB Gunner. I don't care. I'll mention Gunner. He hasn't talked about me in a week, right? Right? They go on tangents, right? Right? Like you did that video, and actually, you know what, Dion, my woman, you got to thank her one day. One day you'll meet her, Dion, and I'll meet your woman. We'll meet in person at some point. We'll fly out there because my woman's originally from New York, right? But my woman was the one that got recommended your damn video. And then she's like, oh, Dion went to bat for you. I'm like, Sifu Smo went to bat for you. And I'm like, I thought you weren't subscribed to him anymore. And she wasn't. She got recommended. Now she is. Now we're back because we're back. Obviously, we sorted things out. But you got to thank her for kind of getting the ball rolling. I know you did it yourself too. But I'm not saying I can't make my own decision. I do make my own decisions without my lady. But I do value what she says too. And quite frankly, I would have never known about that video had she not told me. Hey, ODN, Old Dirty Ninja, I agree with Mr. Smo. The way Paul was talking in his video last night, he sounded like a Valley girl who had a major crush on you. I don't know, maybe so. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't know, man. I got a woman, and she's beautiful as hell, and she has a great personality and the biggest heart and soul I've ever seen in any woman. So, I'm sorry, Paul. I'm sorry, Paul. My woman doesn't share, brother. I mean, Jesus, man. But yeah, now it's starting to warm up. The sun's coming out. It went from literally being like 55 degrees to like 65, like in an hour. Oh, I thought I showed the sun there. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do the full trail today. Well, I actually feel really, really good. My sciatica, after I took a dump earlier today, my sciatica, like, it's almost gone. Like, I feel incredible. ODN. And I don't know the full story, and I don't want you to go public on it and this and that. But, there are some people that I'd like to make amends with. I'm not saying I'm going to work with them, and some people may not like this. But I'll share my thoughts about that in a second here. I just want us to be respectful and mature about it. Because I know from what I've heard through the grapevine, I don't know the whole story. I wasn't paying attention to it back in those days. But I know some people, have had some serious situations. But I think this may even help possibly rectify those situations. Hey, ODN says Sifu Smo, and ODN says Yo Smo. And ODN, I want to talk with you tomorrow, and then I want to bring you back as a moderator, and I also want to put you into the Coach Eli moderator group chat on Facebook. I don't know if you saw that truck behind me. That truck behind me was coming out, I guess, a worker from the other side of the trail and literally just gunned his tires to spin out and pick up the dust and gravel on the road. Grown-ass guys doing stupid shit. I mean, those are the kind of things we used to do in high school when we first got our licenses. We would peel out and do stupid things like that, right? And you learn your lesson by the time you become a grown-ass adult, but some guys just never grow up. That was a dude. A chick wouldn't do that kind of thing. Women don't really peel out or do stupid shit like men do. They do different things that are stupid. They just cry all day. That's what they do. They go to their corner and cry all day or yell at you, right? Yes, JB and Paul definitely have a hard for you, like literally. And I think Jamie does too. We all know how he rolls, LOL. Can you guys still see me and hear me? Let me know if the video's still there. Can you let me know if the video's still there? I want to make sure because I tapped the screen in the way where it might have screwed up the video. Hey, is Miss Chrissy, is that the ex of JB? Do you know that for a fact there, J-Rom? Is that who that is? Can you folks still see me and hear me? Somebody verify that. If not, I have to reset the stream. Hello? Somebody let me know. Can you folks still see me and hear me? Paul still rolling the dice. YouTube has not taken action on the DMCA yet. You might get lucky, Paul. You might get lucky. He doesn't care. It's a throwaway channel. He doesn't care. But what Paul doesn't realize, what Paul doesn't realize is that you know, I can tie those two channels together, Paul. And you're definitely violating the terms of service, Paul. And you know it. So that's fine, dude. And Paul, even if you don't leave any content on that channel, I'll still report it. YouTube can see anything deleted, Paul, just so you know. Anyway, so there are some other things I want to talk about here. My lady said, nice cover at the beginning of the show. I think that's what you meant. I Don't Need the Booze to Get a Buzz On by Alan Jackson. Somebody needs to tell me if Ozark Mountain Moonshine is real, because that's what Alan Jackson says in the song. Where he says, you know, I've tried it all from Tennessee whiskey to Ozark Mountain Moonshine. It's really, really weird. You know, like, people are going back and forth between both streams. Because I had 20, now Paul has 20, and I have 8, right? Like, this is really surreal. Like, people going back and forth. I don't think Paul even talks during these streams. He just simulcasts and talks in the chat. You guys going over to see what he's writing and screenshotting things? I mean, like, why do you even care? Like, it doesn't matter. It's stupid. So, yeah, I am probably going to do a stream from Coach Eli 2 tonight. I wasn't, but now I think I am. Because I want to keep getting some watch time on that channel. Who knows? I may monetize that channel when it hits 1,000. And I need more watch time on there. So I may end up going live there. I'll probably go live there tonight at some point. Maybe for like an hour or so. JB, Jamie, Paul, all those guys seek other men's validation. It is sad. All three are betas. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, all three of them are betas, but the bottom line is Gunnar and Jamie are getting paid by the fake sponsor, right? And Paul is just trying to audition or, find a home for himself, right? Because Paul's homeless. That's the truth of the matter. I can more so understand why Gunnar and James do it. They're at least getting paid to do it, which is still a stupid reason to get paid. But who knows? Maybe Paul's on the payroll too. Who knows? It doesn't matter, right? Dion? Paul is a creep. I would agree with that. Yes, it is real. It is in Osage Beach, Missouri. I've delivered their liquor before. So, have you ever tried Ozark Mountain Moonshine, J-Rom? Is it pretty potent stuff? Because isn't moonshine like 180 proof, like 90% alcohol? Isn't it almost kind of like Everclear? Or maybe it's like 150 proof, 75% alcohol. I know I've heard moonshine has a lot of alcohol content in it. A lot of alcohol volume. I mean, one shot of moonshine and you're good night, right? You ain't driving after that. Moonshine. All right, folks. So my other bit of news here. The other thing I want to mention. I'm going to talk about two other people here before I wrap this up. It's probably going to take the rest of the show. I'm going to go to the other side of the trail. I'm almost done with this side. We are at what is that? 82 minutes minus a couple minutes, probably 80 minutes, an hour, 20 minutes. Not bad. I did stop a bunch of times. I've still done about a little over 3 miles in a decent amount of time while running a show. Not bad. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. This is going to be an interesting thing because it's all going to go back to where things started when I started this channel almost 3.5 years ago. It was like late November, early December 2018. And it was literally about, 3 months or so after I shut down my former channel, after I went through a pretty public breakup with my ex Dana back then. See if we smells says, Eli, if Paul was your neighbor, he'd be spying on you with binoculars every night, LOL. If Paul was my neighbor, my woman would have whooped his ass. You see, here's the thing. I'm not saying that I wouldn't be able to defend myself against him. I could. But the bottom line is, like, I wouldn't even feed into it. I'd just be laughing. I'd be ignoring it. Like, what a loser, right? But you know how women get. Women, like, will fight to the death for their man, right? And my woman would be going over there whooping his you-know-what. And my woman may be tiny, but she's actually pretty damn strong. And she used to be married to a cop, so she knows, like, police techniques. Like, seriously. This woman could literally break your hand because she knows the police techniques of how to apprehend someone. And here's the thing, right? She also has friends in I was gonna say low places, but that's not true. That's the joke, right? Like Garth Brooks, I've got friends in low places. She's got friends in high places that she can count on for any situation where somebody messes with her. Let's just put it that way. So I'm not worried about it, you know. I mean, and you know, hey, I'm not the kind of guy that believes in taking any unnecessary actions, right? I'm only about defending myself, right? But hey, I can only control my own actions, no one else's, right? Coach J-Rob says no store stuff is diluted. I get mine from a family still. So you're talking about J-Rom, the real moonshine is diluted in the store. It's probably like 80 or 100 proof, right? The real moonshine, isn't the real moonshine at least 150 proof, like 75% alcohol? Like when you get the real stuff that they probably, the stuff that they can't legally sell, right? ODN Older Ninja says, I still firmly believe Jamie's mom pays his bills. At one point in time, he said that his mom's name was on his car because it was a family plan. Well, he probably couldn't qualify for a loan because he didn't show enough income, bro. Which, you know, I don't want to get involved in this. I'm just saying that he's made enough money to qualify for a car. What that's telling me is that he's not claiming everything he makes. So he's doing that to avoid paying more taxes, which, you know, it's not the most legal thing to do. But hey, how's the government going to know about that, right? But when you do that, ODN, when you do that, hide money from the government, even if you get away with it, what that does is not give you any credibility that you can repay a loan. It doesn't. Even if you have perfect credit, right? They look at your income as well. Just because you have good credit doesn't mean you have the money to repay the loan, right? So, yeah, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't care. You know, how men, you know, make their money and how men, you know, pay their taxes and do all that. That's their business. I'm just saying the only reason he would get a cosigner is because he's not showing enough income. It doesn't mean he doesn't have the income. He has the income. He's just not showing the income. So that way he pays less taxes, brother. That's the way it works. But even then, you know, that's playing with fire because the one thing you don't want to do is mess with the IRS. But hey, to each its own, right? Coach J-Rod, good seafood. I'm full after from dinner. Gonna get my lift on after this stream. ODN says, oh, Seafood Smo says, LOL. And here's the thing. If you don't believe for 1 second that Jamie's not helping out Paul by sharing the links to his new channels and stuff in his Discord, then you're out of your mind. So, hey, Jamie, why don't you simulcast me on one of your mini channels instead of Paul? Why haven't you been simulcasting me lately, Jamie? Is there a specific reason for that? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of, brother? Yeah, everything always pans out in the end, right? Yeah, ODN. I hear you. I'm not here to, criticize, how someone makes their money or anything like that. It's more so their current behavior and how it affects me, on this platform. That's all. What I really care about is how it affects me on this platform, right? Yeah, so, Jamie, here's the thing. You could be simulcasting me instead of Paul, but I guess, Jamie, there's a reason why you're not simulcasting me, and now you moved it over to Paul to satisfy your sponsorship requirements, right? Right? All I got to say, Jamie, is this. I'd like to patch things up with you on Friday night. And that way, what goes around, Jamie, doesn't have to come around. Because what goes around, James, comes around, right? And right now, it's coming around, right? And we could, squash this maturely and respectfully and professionally, right? Respectfully, professionally, maturely, like you have on your shirts, because you copycat all my sayings and make shirts out of them, right? You used to make shirts with my picture, but I flagged that for copyright. I could. Can't flag the sayings because they're general sayings, but you've built an empire primarily off of using my name and my likeness. It's pretty pathetic, dude. But here's the thing, James. At the end of the day, what goes around comes around, right? And I'm just saying, like, if nothing's coming around to you, James, then why don't you simulcast me instead of Paul? I actually wouldn't have a problem with that. You know I won't flag you, James, but I'll flag Paul all day long. So why aren't you simulcasting me, James? What are you worried about? Is there something you're worried about? If you simulcast me, James? Come on, James. You think I'm a dumb shit? Time has come. Time has come. Now here's the funny part, right? Right? Paul's going to take this down if it doesn't go down before the stream ends, right? Because then he'll get a copyright strike anyway, right? YouTube's taking a while to process it today. Last night, boom, they took it down right away. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't, right? There were times where people would simulcast me in the past, and I remember, I'm going to talk about her in a second in a positive way, the former Mrs. Lycan, let's just call her SB, until I figure out where her and I stand. I'll refer to her as SB. I won't even call her by her first name out of respect. And, I know some people may have a difference of opinion, but my relationship with her is different than anyone else's. And I want to keep it that way because I have some things to say about a few other people here in a second. But I remember back in those days when I was, friends with her. And this one dude used to simulcast me on his backup channel. And I filed a copyright takedown when he started simulcasting me. And I had to stay on the air for 2 hours, like a little over 2 hours, until YouTube finally got to it and took it down. I was improvising, and SB, the former Mrs. Lycan, SB was messaging me. I was getting the messages on my phone, and she's laughing. She's like, "You're trying to improvise." I was trying to improvise to make it appear like nothing was happening, so the guy could keep simulcasting me, so he can go down. And back then, YouTube would restrict your channel for 90 days on a live stream copyright violation. It finally went down, and then I talked with SB afterwards, and she was like, "Man, I don't know how you kept it together, like nobody knew." And I was acting stupid. And to these crazy people out there, people that still watch me on rebroadcast today. To these people, they thought I was just being myself, but I was pretending to give them what they want, act stupid, so that way I could keep the live stream going until a stream went down. So, sometimes they don't get to it right away. Jamie and Paul are definitely working together, shaking my head. Both are low-life losers, too much time on their hands. Right, right. That's the truth. James is live on his channel, white knighting for Paul. I'll forward the clip to you on Facebook. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, see, Paul, I guess I triggered him out too, huh? Paul, Paul, correct me. I mean, not Paul, sorry. Coach J-Rom, correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't been triggered one time. I'm just, trying to make some amends here today, right? But it's pretty safe to say that they're pretty triggered, huh? What do you think, Coach J-Rom? What does Anna think, right? There are a couple people in the observation deck, and they're just hanging out up there, so I may not be able to go up there. All right. So, again, I don't really care what anyone says or if they feel differently regarding. I already mentioned, hey, I'm willing to make amends with Jamie, one of my longtime worst enemies. But he won't do it even if he really wants to, because it's probably part of his sponsorship requirement to always come at me in some way, shape, or form. It's probably part of his sponsorship stipulation to never befriend me, right? The offer is there, James. I don't think you're going to take it, but hey, this Friday night on Coach J-Rom's channel, you, Paul, myself, and Coach J-Rom have a civil conversation, as long as it takes. J-Rom's willing to do an hour or two. I'm willing to be on there for at least an hour or two, whatever it takes, right? Not on your channel, not on mine, not on Paul's, on a neutral channel. This is a completely neutral channel. All super chats and donations go to J-Rom. This is not for you to make money, James. It's not for me to make money. You see, because that's the thing. Because, see, James, there are people, including myself, behind the scenes that are saying that all you care about is the money and you don't care about anyone besides yourself. So why don't you prove to your people and everyone else that one time you could do something on a neutral channel where you don't have control and you're not going to make money. Now, sure, people might donate to your Cash App or PayPal, right? But you're not going to have the super chat. That's going to be for J-Ron. All right, folks, I'm going to be right back. Please smash the thumbs up. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select all notifications, share it on your community tab, social media, or anywhere else. And also subscribe to Coach Eli, 2 uncensored live streams. Nightbot's been sharing the link, which is what I'm trying to say every 7 minutes or so. I'll be right back, and then I'm going to share my thoughts about surviving the storm. Jamie is a crybaby. At Coach Aaron, tell Granny to share it. Who are you, surviving the storm? The video for Friday? Hella flex. She really loved him and he just used her. He does that to everybody. When you folks gonna learn? The same pattern's been happening for years and no one ever listens to me. Maybe people will finally get the hint. Hella flex. Brian doesn't pay him anything. So you're saying that that Brian's not paying Jamie anything, paying Paul anything? I'm not buying that. I'm not here to argue that. It's a moot point. And as far as I'm concerned, you're a troll. You're not somebody we know. You can't trust what anyone just pops in and says. You know what I mean? So I'm going to wait till my numbers get back up to about 15 at least before I share my next thing. So we're just going to sit around and wait until people pop on over here. And if they don't, I'm just not going to mention what I was going to mention. So that's that. We can have, if Paul's stream is still up, we can have Paul's people just, watch me walk around aimlessly, right? Walking aimlessly, right? So now I can go to the observation deck because there's nobody there. So we'll wait. You want to hear what I have to say? Because it's a good thing. I can hold off until tomorrow. But it's involving a couple other people that I'd like to, share something very positive and throw something out there. So we're just going to wait. We're going to sit around. And we're just going to show you beautiful scenery here in Redwood City, California, at Bar Island. We're just going to make this a National Geographic show and put everyone to sleep on PM's number 2 channel. That at some point in the next 24, 48 hours will be going down for copyright. No doubt about it. Or terms of service violations. It's sad how Trim went back there. I guess that's why people are coming back. They all flip-flop. What are you talking about, Who are you, Hellaflex? Do I know you? I don't value anything anyone says that has a sock account. So, you could be Trim for all I know. You could be anybody. And, why are you hiding behind a sock account? Why don't you use your real name and show your face? Is it because you don't want to get trolled and attacked and doxxed and all that? How can I value what you're saying when you're a nobody to me? All right, we're back. We are back. I think we're off the air. I think Paul's off the air. I think they're over on Jamie's channel right now. I think Jamie had enough of sitting on the sidelines. Anyway, so let me mention this. I've been talking with Coach Eli behind the scenes. And, he's verified some things for me. He sent me some links where I've seen it for myself. None of what I'm saying is private. This has all been put out publicly. And I want to pay a special shout out to SB, known as the former Mrs. Lycan, now known as Mrs. Shangy. It's all cutesy wootsy how you want to have these YouTube play names. I know you folks by your real names. I'm not going to put it out here, obviously, because you don't go by that out here, and I want to respect your wishes. But what I want to say is that I've seen a couple of the streams that you two have done that don't involve myself or my woman. The ones that involve myself or my woman in a negative way and stuff, we don't watch. We're made aware of them, but we just choose to not watch them because it's the same old thing. But I think that both of you have actually moved on from all this. And I think that both of you have actually finally moved on from, Lycan Legion, Jamie, however you want to say it, right? And I want to come out and state this publicly here today because I want to show some good faith, even to J-Rom. I mentioned this behind the scenes, and I asked him to keep it a little bit quiet, but I'm going to come out and just say it because now the time is right, I'm going to come out and at least say this. If I've ever done anything to affect either one of you in a negative way, I do apologize for that. I don't think I have, And if something ever did happen, it was always with the right intentions. And that's how it was when I was friends with SB. A lot of the things that we worked on, or everything we worked on, regardless of what happened and the outcome, it was always with the right intentions. And same thing with the Mad Shangy, aka Patrick. Man, I'm really proud. I was sent a link of a stream you re-uploaded to your Mad Shangy 2 or 3 channel or 4. I don't know. You guys so many damn channels because all you guys have all these channels. All you guys and gals that are in the drama have all these channels because, it's hard to keep a drama channel from getting community guideline strikes, right? And copyright strikes, right? I get it. But you re-uploaded and I watched it. And I was just really, really impressed, not only by what you were saying on the stream, Shangy, but also, what SB was saying in the chat. Now, I understand we've had our differences, but if we go back to where this all started, Shangy, I knew you from my former channel, and you knew me. We've known each other for 5 years, but we didn't really get to know each other, Shangy, until after I shut down my former channel about a little over 3.5 years ago, and then 3 months later, a little over 3 years ago, I came back on this channel. This was back in November, December of 2018. I came back and you reached out to me and invited me to your Discord and warned me to stay away from a lot of the people that you guys are not friends with, which is great. I'm glad you guys made friends, but I didn't listen. I wanted to investigate, and then boom. That's how I found out about these people. That's how I found out about SB. And it was one interesting ride. But I will say this. Patrick, aka the Mad Shangy, and SB. You two are very, very talented people. I say this, and I mean this wholeheartedly. You two have had great talents to share with the world, and a lot of your great talents were derailed by this stupid drama stuff, right? And I understand to a certain extent there's always going to be drama surrounding your channels, right? And especially you, SB. I know you love that because, you've dealt with real life drama when you were acting in Hollywood. And I can understand it, right? I understand everything that happened in the past. And I want to put everything behind us and open the door to talking with you both. I'd even be willing to come on one of your panels, Mad Shangy, if you're open to it. And I know you simulcast them on Drama After Dark. That's fine. I'm willing to do that. But here's the thing. I don't want to get in the way of any other beefs you may have with other people that I may consider friends. See, there are always going to be people that one side likes and the other side doesn't. That doesn't mean we can't settle our differences and be friends, right? And work together, right? Okay? Now, you may ask me, SB, and it'd be a fair question. You may ask me, well, if that's the case, then why did our friendship end when I became, Jamie's girlfriend? Because it was a conflict of interest. And you know that. I don't have to explain it again. You know that basically he's been getting paid by the fake sponsor. And quite frankly, SB, you were the one that helped me solve this case. If it wasn't for you, I say this again, the truth is the truth. You were the one that made me aware of all that. I would have probably not even figured that out to this day had you not told me that before you got with him, right? And then I'm not trying to say I told you so. I'm not going to do that because I have respect, okay? But the truth of the matter is I did try to you knowing what he's done already to other people. Because I cared. And the only reason why I stepped away was because I wanted to give you that space to go and have what you want. Now, you and I were never dating. We were friends. A lot of people were saying, oh, okay, Eli wanted her and didn't get her. No, we were always friends. I made that very clear to her, and she made it clear to me, right? The person she really wanted was the guy she's with right now. So all's well ends well. I mean, sorry. It all ends the way it's supposed to end, right? This is the way the story, the script was meant to end. This is the way it was supposed to go, right? A lot of detours along the way, but this is the way it was supposed to go, right? Hey, is that Gemma Grace? Coach J-Rom, can you verify if that's the real Gemma that's below you? If that is, go to channel, verify that's her. If it is her, I'd like to moderate her. Gemma, welcome. It is a great pleasure to reconnect with you. I'm so proud of your success, Gemma. I've still kept up with you. I've kept my mouth shut because you know what's happened, but I've really missed talking with you all these years. All right, I got to reset the chat because I think my chat's frozen. I'll be right back. Yes, it's Gemma. Come on, touch the damn screen. I'll be right back. For some reason, it's not letting me touch the screen. Again. All right, Gemma. Welcome to the mod crew. Gemma, I'm really glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here. I'm going to say some nice things about you, and maybe you can help us, put the final piece of this puzzle back together in the way it was supposed to be years ago before everything got derailed between all these good people. This is a really emotionally taxing moment for me because I'm really blessed to have these people here, and my woman is watching this and she's like, wow, she's seeing this, and she probably wishes she could participate, but because we don't want to risk doxing her, we're being very careful. We will find a way to get her out here soon on some sock account or something, and she will be a moderator here too as well. I mean, she's already a channel owner, but she's going to have mod access while she's in the channel, so that way she doesn't show up as me, because when you give somebody manager access, they can show up as you or as themselves. I'm just focusing on my channel. Folks, can you hear me clearly and see me clearly? Let me make sure that you can hear me clearly and see me clearly. I'm going to walk around a little bit here. Somebody chat if you can hear me clearly and see clearly. So, yes, thank you, Gemma. Appreciate it. So to SB and Shangy, I am open to talking with you folks. I'm open to coming on one of your panels. On your next stream, I usually talk to my lady at night. And if you do some late night streams, because I know you both are on the West Coast, so we're similar time zone. I know SB, you're in the same time zone as I'm in. I think Shangy is too. Or an hour ahead of us, but he's pretty close to our time zone. I'm willing to come on and talk with you folks. And I just want to keep it respectful, professional, mature. I know you guys are going to make fun of it. Listen, SB, I understand some of the things I say are rather comical. I get it. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. They're comical in a cringy way. Okay? Kind of like a lol-cal cringy way. And if that makes you guys laugh, right, then that's all good. If I'm of lol-cal value to some people and it puts a smile on their face, then so be the fuck it. You know what I mean? But you folks let me know. You don't have to email me or anything. You could just do a stream and put my name in it. You know, Coach Eli, you're welcome to come. No problem. If you want to find a way to reach out to me, you can. That's up to you. And if you just don't want to talk to me at all, then that's okay too. I'm just putting it out there. I do not need drama. I'm all about sharing my experiences living with autism. Yeah, see, Gemma, none of us are all of us have moved on from the drama, Gemma. It's just it's a networking thing. And remember those days, Gemma, when we used to do the networking shows and you'd come on panel with me, I'd come on panel with you. And we met a lot of people, Gemma. We met a lot of people. And unfortunately, Gemma, a lot of the people, some of the people we met, weren't the greatest people, and we learned the hard way over the course of time that, hey, they're just not what we expected, right? I get it. We're all with you. The one thing here on my channel as a life coach, I help a lot of people. I can help anyone. But the people that need the most help are the people that, have unresolved traumatic issues, and those that typically, create drama because they're unhappy within themselves. So, you see, I'm not a drama channel, but sometimes drama is gonna be inevitable when you're trying to help people, because the first step to getting help and turning someone's life around is for them to own it and accept the help, right? And a lot of these people have difficulty doing that. Yes, Eli, it went bad. Yeah, but I think J-Ram has talked with you behind the scenes, and I think you've seen where we're trying to take things. And Gemma, I did email you. You probably got it. If you want to message me on Facebook Messenger, I'd be happy to add you to our private Coach Eli moderator chat behind the scenes on Facebook. I don't use Google Chat, which is formerly known as Google Hangouts anymore, because on Facebook you can actually verify who somebody is. They're real people. On Google and YouTube, you can create so many fake accounts, you just never know, right? Plus, you can also send voice messages through Facebook, which is great. I mean, that's just really great to get a quick message out without having to type it all out. And voice to voice, you can hear tonality as well, right? Yes, I got it. Perfect. Thank you, Gemma. So, yeah, I look forward to that, Gemma, if you'd like, and we'll definitely go from there. But thank you so much for being here. We are at 118 minutes minus 2 minutes, 116 minutes. We're at an hour and 56 minutes. Still have 18 in the box, 15 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up, folks. Get this up to 20 thumbs up for them to stream. And Gemma, I believe you got monetized like last year, right? Like, how long would you get monetized, Gemma? I'm just curious. I can't remember. I remember it happened, but you got monetized a little over a year ago or so, huh? Right? Something like that. I'm not good with my emails, LOL. I get it. I get it. Yeah, that's why you connect with us on Facebook, and then we'll easily communicate through Messenger, and that'll be good. So I mentioned the SB anything. I'm more than happy to go on a panel with you folks and shoot the shit and patch things up. I really never had a problem with any one of them. I didn't. There was no problem with SB. There was no problem with Shangy ever. And now I realize several months ago when SB was trying to bring everyone back together, now I see what was happening. So SB, my apologies for questioning your intentions on that, because I know there was some back and forth with, even after the breakup happened with the mid-30s guy, you were going back and forth to try to be supportive, and then you finally just said, screw it, you're out. So, yeah, I mean, you have to understand how it came up, but now I totally get it. I totally understand it. And again, James, I know you're still watching, James, because you're the biggest male drama queen on YouTube that will ever live, James. That's what you are. You're a male drama queen, okay? So James, on Friday night, if you want to show us, James, how much of a man you are and how much you believe in yourself and how strong you are and how compassionate you are, like you say, right? And how much you care about people, then how about we get together on Coach J. Rom's channel this Friday night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, around there, maybe 10 Eastern, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. You, Paul, myself, and J-Rom. And we have a nice civil conversation, right? Just the four of us, okay? Just the four of us, right? And we'll take questions from the, right? But what we will not do is we will not rehash anything that's happened over a year ago. Because that's been rehashed way too many times. It's been played out, right? So let's see if you're willing to do that, okay? A year ago, February. Congratulations, Gemma. 17 thumbs up. Let's get 3 more thumbs up so we can wrap this up, folks. We're at about 120 minutes or so. We're at 2 hours or almost 2 hours and 1 minute. I got to wrap this up because I'm probably going to do an in-studio stream tonight on Coach Eli too. Keep it locked here on my community tab here. Also, subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications on Coach Eli 2 Uncensored live streams. Nightbot's been sharing the link every 7 minutes or so, or just do it for Coach Eli 2 in the YouTube search bar. You'll find it. $19 thumbs up, 22 in the box. Hey, Gemma, do you remember the famous phrase that James Cox used to say when there are a lot of people in the box? Remember, like 22 in the box, 22 in the box. What would James Cox say when there were a lot of people on the stream? Let's see if you remember that, Gemma. It's been a while. I'll give you a hint, Gemma. It's something to do with the weather. Thank you. I just hope you stay on the positive all the time, Gemma. We've been... Gemma, talk with J-Rom behind the scenes. I know you two are connected. Talk with J-Rom and Anna behind the scenes. And you ask J-Rom what we've been up to for the last, quite a while. I know you're just coming back. You got to tread carefully. I don't blame you. But what I would like to know, Gemma, if you remember James Cox's famous phrase on his live streams, Gemma. All right, I'm going to have to reset the chat here because I think it got stuck. I'll be right back. That's right. She got it. Making it rain. I remember making it rain, making it rain. The Midnight Raven even remembers making it rain. You know what? James Cox, spelled C-O-X, by the way. Not the way some other drama creators used to make fun of him. I mean, man, I love James. James is still a moderator here on this channel. Are any of you still in touch with James at all? I got to go over to his channel and check things out. It's been a while since he's been here and a while since I've been there, but I got to check things out. I'm still a part of his I Am a Creator, hashtag I Am a Creator, group page on Facebook. So that's great. Yes, I will. Okay. Excellent. All right, 21, 18 in the box. Raven, thank you for being here. Gemma, thank you for being here. Coach J-Rom, thank you for being here. Dion Sifu Smo, thank you for being here. ODN. reach out to me on Facebook Messenger. We need to talk tomorrow, and we will get you all modded up. Okay? And here's the thing, folks. I will not be pinned and pitted against anyone. I know there are some people that I'm trying to reconnect with that have problems with other people. That's between you and them. There's no conflict of interest here regarding being friends with all of you. There's nothing that's a conflict of interest here at all. Because I want to be friends with all of you individually. If you have your own separate issues, work on that your own. As long as it doesn't affect me, that's all that matters, right? This does not affect me one bit, and I want to be friends with you. So, I'm going to start heading on out finally. Get any final questions, comments, or concerns in the chat. This has been a great stream today. I feel really good. I feel really positive. Who knows? I may just even take the night off because I feel really good. I mean, I've been saying, initially I was like, I'm not going to do a night stream on Coach Eli 2. Then I said I would. And now I don't know. I might just let this stream ride and come back tomorrow. But keep it locked here. Between both channels, the community tabs, I'll keep you posted. There's a lot coming, folks. I put it all out there. Now it's up to them. Hey, you guys want to play ball? Or do you guys not even want to show up to the game, right? I'm ready to play ball. We're in the major leagues, right? So if you want to play in the majors with me, then show up Friday night, James, Paul, and meet J-Ram and I on this channel, and let's have a civil discussion here and settle our differences like grown-ass adults. And Shang and SB, you folks have been pretty nice to me pretty much always. And Shangy, you've been really great. See, Shangy, even I put a posting out about a month ago when my copyright match tool, caught you uploading parts of my clips, or a part of my clip, right? I was never going to flag you. But I put it out there because a lot of people question that the copyright match tool doesn't work. I put it out there to show the damn thing does work. But also, hey, Shangy, I've never had a problem with you. If you want to use any clips from my channel, you can use them anytime, no problem. You have my blessing. You have my blessing. I think the only time I ever took you down for copyright, Shangy, was during those days when you were mad at myself and the woman you're currently seeing. But hey, everything's resolved now. Everything is all good. And I look forward to what the future brings. I'm in a really, really good mood today. I know some people that are a part of these drama groups are going to be pretty triggered. We're not trying to trigger you. We're actually trying to bring peace to your life as well. Come make some peace with us. We've been lurking your streams, Eli, LOL. Well, thank you for that, Gemma. Gemma, honestly, I did miss you a lot, Gemma. And I'll tell my lady behind the scenes, Gemma and I, we were really good friends. Many years ago, did a lot of great live streams on my former channel, babe, behind the scenes. And, yeah, I mean, I gotta show my lady some of those streams that we used to do. We did a lot of them, and I really missed those days. But Gemma was a really good friend, and it was really fun connecting with a lot of people, and we were beginning to really grow our channels the right way back then, and then we got infested with the drama disease. But now we all figured out, and and you see, the great thing here is that we all became much stronger because of it. And that makes me really proud, that we've all become stronger, and we know how to handle things like this in the future and not let it get in the way of our success. Midnight Raven says, He is a short film writer and producer. How could you forget it? LOL, Eli, it was cringy. Oh, you mean the Making It Rain? Making It Rain was my favorite thing about James Cox. Like, I started, I remember there was a content creator in the former MGTOW, Men Going Their Own Way community I used to be involved with when I first came out here on YouTube on my former channel about over 5 years ago. His name was Chris Cantu. And Chris Cantu had a big audience. And he would do live streams where he would stand up. And he was this pretty big guy, pretty built guy. And he would say, 45 soldiers in the box, 100 soldiers in the box. 100 soldiers in the box, right? He would call it the box. So I stole the box terminology from Chris Cantu. And then when I heard James Cox say Making It Rain, right, I took that from him and I put it together. I'm like right now we got 17 in the box, making it rain. 17 in the box, making it rain, 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 right? That was great. That was great. I missed that energy, and I'll tell you this, for the first time today in a very, very long time, I'm really feeling the energy of the past. It's been like 2 to 3 years to try to turn this damn thing around. And I think we're finally here. Let's keep it going, folks. Let's keep it going. Thank you, Gemma, for being here. Gemma's Journey Grace. Subscribe to Gemma's Journey Grace. Subscribe to the Midnight Raven. Subscribe to Coach J-Rom. Subscribe to Sifu Smo. And anyone else that I missed. Too many people to mention. I'm not going to go through the whole list, but I love you all. Thank you to everyone. We're at 132 minutes, minus about 2 minutes for breaks. 130 minutes, which is about 2 hours and 10 minutes. I'm going to shut down this app in a second here and then come back and shut down the stream. Yes, I thought I was not welcome. You told me I was banned in the past, but J-Rom said to come back. See, the funny thing, Gemma, is I never banned you. I think I got a little triggered because of what was happening. Let's just call him James, the mid-30s guy, James. Okay, he loves it when I call him James. Okay, but you know, the thing that I couldn't stand, it wasn't you, Gemma. It was what these people were doing to you. And they made you feel uncomfortable to say things that you didn't really want to say. So I never had a problem with you. I just got a little triggered and said some things back then because of what they were doing to you, right? But I never blocked you. I thought I had, but when Coach J-Ron was telling me that you wanted to reconnect, and I said, oh, yeah, cool, yeah, I'll unban her, no problem. I went to your channel, you were never banned. You were never banned. I didn't put you as a blocked word on Nightbot or anything. So, you know, it's all good. It's all good. But thank you again for being here. Gemma, we got to do some streams again. I know you got to feel it out. But I think now, with what we've learned over the past 3 years or so, and become a lot stronger, I think that in the future, if we encounter some people, we know how to handle these trolls and haters and move on from it. Gemma, tell me at least this before we go. Going through this experience on YouTube has made you much stronger. Tell me I'm wrong about that, Gemma. This has made you a lot stronger. You were a strong person like myself before you came on YouTube, but YouTube made us 10 times stronger, Gemma. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, if you're still around, that is. I'm going to shut the stream down and come right back and wrap it up. Be right back. All right, we're back. All right, we're back. Gemma says, okay, I appreciate that. Just being careful. I'm just being careful. No problem. You should be. Yes, it has. You're right. It's made her stronger. All right, folks. I may be back later tonight. I may not. And hey, Paul, you coming back tonight, Paul? It's all good, bro. It's all good, bro. We'll be ready for you, bro. If it didn't go down during this stream, hey, you know what? There's always the future, man. There's always the next time. Have a good one, everyone. Take care, and as always, be good to each other. See you next time. Bye-bye.